Hello there, this is Dana Arcuri, author, speaker, survivor, and trauma recovery coach. Thank you so much for joining me today. And there is a new discussion that we really need to add more educational content to build awareness about who is the narcissist, because in the scapegoat community, there are a lot of people who are questioning and wondering if they are the scapegoat. So today's topic is scapegoats who question if they're the narcissist. Oh, lordy, lordy, lordy. There is so many toxic dynamics involved with this, and it's because of the narcissist. The narcissist is a master at manipulation. And so we're going to really talk a lot about the psychology of narcissists, and I am going to give a lot of different scenarios because there's many different people who might question, oh, wow, am I the narcissist? Am I the bad guy? Is it me? And, that could be quite a triggering thought and something that someone may truly, truly struggle with. And so I want to bring a lot of education, a lot of awareness and advocacy, because I am very passionate about helping people break free from narcissistic abuse and very psychologically abusive relationships. And so if you are a son or daughter of a narcissist, we have to really understand that you were raised in such a toxic, deadly, lethal environment. And there's a lot of pain enmeshed with this type of upbringing. The family's very dysfunctional. There might be other people involved, such as the sibling flying monkeys and other people who are recruited by the narcissist to basically mob you, attack you, put you down, criticize you, and gaslight you. And so, if you are the son or daughter of at least one narcissist, and it could be a parent, it could be a sibling, it could be a grandparent, understand that there's many various different ways that this could happen to you in your early childhood and throughout your adulthood. So the one thing we must keep in mind is that, number one, you are raised in a very unhealthy, psychologically unstable environment. Number two, the narcissist has a goal, and their goal is to steal your identity. So we are born with our own imprint of who we are, our own essence, and we have many, many wonderful qualities. And what happens is the narcissist beats you down and brainwashes you. They don't want you to be a unique person in our world. Instead, they want you to be like the mini-me of them, and they want you to almost become this other person, like an extension of the malignant narcissist. So you may oftentimes find yourself in your early childhood experiencing a lot of the manipulative tactics and the brainwashing and all of the unhealthy psychological, mental abuse, such as bullying, condemning you, shaming you, dumping toxic shame onto you, telling you that you are the problem, that you just need to get it together. And there's a lot of serious mental, psychological abuse involved when we are raised by at least one narcissistic parent. Now, keep in mind that I am a survivor. I am a daughter of a narcissistic mother, and I'm so passionate about building awareness. I'm currently in the midst of editing my 6th book on how to break free from narcissistic abuse and how to heal your trauma. And this is something that I believe is necessary to put out in the world, because there's so many people who have trauma bonds, who have trauma, who have so much emotional distress and turmoil over their early childhood, teen years, all through their adulthood. And it's very, very, very painful, heartbreaking, and traumatic to be raised by at least one narcissistic parent. Now, we're going to switch this over because there's other different types of relationships out there. Perhaps you were not raised by a narcissist. Maybe you had a wonderful family, but somehow you tripped upon a relationship with a man or a woman. Maybe you got married and you discovered you are married to a narcissist. And there's still the manipulation, the gaslighting, there's still the harsh judgments, there's still the whole thing where the narcissist claims that you're the crazy one and it's all you. So whether it is an intimate partner, whether it is your spouse or an ex-spouse, whether it is your boss or a friend or someone else, let's keep this conversation wide open to all scapegoats who are really battling some hard times and questioning, am I the narcissist? And so we need to tackle this today. And so I'm going to confirm a few reasons why you are not the narcissist. Okay, so the one thing is that we need to determine for our own selves, for our own mind and sanity and peace of mind, if we are or we are not taking ownership of our lives. This is a really, really core component to determining if you are the scapegoat or if you are the malignant narcissist. So my one question to you, do you take ownership and accountability for your own self, your own life, and any mistakes you may have made in the past? Next is, do you self-reflect and admit your faults? So let's just say, for an example, you made a mistake and you may have said something you should not have said to someone. Maybe you later regretted it. Do you own up to it? Do you apologize? Do you admit, I'm sorry, I'm really sincerely sorry, I made a mistake, I never should have said that, I was extremely tired, I wasn't feeling well, I had brain fog that day, and I just was feeling under the weather, and it really hindered the way I reacted to our conversation. And so, a big part of understanding, hey, are you a scapegoat or are you the narcissist, is really understanding that taking ownership of your past mistakes and being a responsible person is that defining sign that you're not the narcissist. Okay, so let's move on. Narcissists are incapable of self-reflection. They will never believe nor admit to their true faults, and instead they will blame shift. So it's really common that the narcissist will dump the blame onto the scapegoat, and the narcissist never ever admits, confesses, or says the truth about their own toxic abuse. Next, they will not entertain the idea that they may be the root of the problem. If you see yourself taking accountability, responsibility, and self-reflection, and you own up to your past mistakes, weaknesses, and any failings for your life, then it is clear you are not the narcissist. I hope this can give you peace of mind. I really sincerely do. Let me put my glasses on, move on with my notes. Okay, so a narcissist and flying monkeys who play the victim card. Oh, good grief. They always play the victim card. They love to say, oh, woe is me. It's not me. It's them. Oh, they're so mean to me. Why are they so mean to me? Okay, so they'll play the victim card, and then they will accuse you of being the narcissistic perpetrator. They'll claim that they're the victim, you're the bad guy, and then they'll recruit the flying monkeys to jump on board, defend them, and protect them, in which that's exactly what the flying monkeys do. And most of you already know this, you've experienced this, you're very well aware of how the narcissist plays the victim card, and they claim and accuse you of being the perpetrator. Next is that it is a mind game. And the narcissist likes it because it's narcissistic supply. They crave and crave your emotional reaction. They want you to cry, cuss, break down, scream, fight with them, argue with them. They love it. They want to push your buttons. So don't let them push your buttons. Walk away. And the other thing, they do love to dump the toxic shame onto you. And I'll get into another video about toxic shame. I'm saving that one for later because it really does entail a lot of research on my part. So this information today, a lot of it comes from my new book, Soul Rescue: How to Break Free of Narcissistic Abuse and Heal Trauma. I can't wait, cannot wait until this book is launched. I believe it is going to be incredibly educational content that is going to help you identify who the narcissist is, what narcissistic personality disorder involves, the signs, the symptoms, and all the educational components to reclaiming your life, your power, your mind, and rescuing your own self from narcissistic abuse. So it's really a cunning masquerade. You know, the narcissist, they're very sly. They're very cunning. I always have said in the past, and I'll say it again, they can win an Oscar nominee for Best Actor and Actress because they're very, very good at what they do. Here is an interesting quote by a woman named Patricia Corral. She says, in order to lure people into their web and get this narcissistic supply, they put on an attractive social mask. And so we see this oftentimes over and over and over. I call it the Cunning Masquerade. That is the title of the one chapter in my book. And so we're going to get down into some of the nitty-gritty of, you know, who is the narcissist? And the reason why we need this very, very educational content is because if you are struggling with the idea that you are the narcissist, when in reality, you are the victim of being scapegoated, then it is really crucial for you to gain wisdom, insight, and credible information to educate yourself about the facts and then move forward in your healing journey. Dear souls, you deserve to be treated with kindness, love, and compassion. And I really, really, really hope and pray that you will do everything you can to educate yourself about the facts regarding narcissists and understanding also who the scapegoat is, so you can really start working on your healing process and facing the truth about abuse and moving forward in your recovery journey. So let's move on. So to understand a narcissist and their cunning tricks, it's important to educate ourselves about who they truly are, to look beyond their masquerade. And so we're going to take a deep dive into the psychology of a narcissist so you can learn about who they are, what they do, and how they manipulate you repeatedly, habitually, decade after decade. The narcissist is quite clever. They conceal their true identity. They're so good at it. They are masters of pretending to be someone who they are not. In the early stages of a relationship with a narcissist, especially when dating, they will appear attentive to you. At first, you may think they are charming, charismatic, and kind-hearted. They put on quite a show. They're very believable. Then they may shower you with gifts and compliments and praises. Oh, they're so sweet to you. They're so syrupy sweet. During the beginning stages of a narcissistic relationship, especially in the early intimate dating stages, they will be there for you to comfort you, support you, and listen to you. It's really amazing how in the beginning they put on such an act, and then just like that, when you least expect it, they pull the switch and they become the cunning, malignant narcissist, and you find out who they really are. So don't be fooled by them. It's a devious act. The narcissist is such an expert at fooling people, hook, line, and sinker. Don't blame yourself, people. Don't beat yourself up. Instead, educate yourself and take back your power. Next, the narcissist is terrified of being exposed. This stems from their early childhood wounds, fears, and inability to be transparent. They lack empathy, compassion, honesty, truth-telling, and authenticity. So a very nice way to say it is that narcissists are phony and fake, and they do wear a mask. So underneath their false bravado, they are insecure cowards. According to the Diagnostic and Statistical Manual of Mental Disorders, Narcissistic Personality Disorder is defined as a personality disorder with a long-term pattern of abnormal behavior characterized by exaggerated feelings of self-importance, an excessive need for admiration, and a lack of empathy. People affected by it often spend a lot of time thinking about achieving power or success or about their appearance, so they're very self-absorbed. They only think about themselves. They don't care about you. They often take advantage of the people around them. The behavior typically begins by early adulthood and occurs across a variety of social situations. And then we're going to move on to the Mayo Clinic and something I found on their website. So they say, narcissistic personality disorder, one of several types of personality disorders, is a mental condition in which people have an inflated sense of their own importance, a deep need for excessive attention and admiration, troubled relationships, and a lack of empathy for others. But behind the mask of extreme confidence lies a fragile self-esteem that's vulnerable to the slightest criticism. So you'll notice that if the narcissist is saying something to you and you know it is false, it's inaccurate, it's a lie, and you confront them, say, no, you're wrong, this is how it is, let's talk about the facts, they will freak out, flip out, lash out at you, and have a meltdown. I am talking an emotional meltdown. Beware, it happens all the time. They flip the switch, become Jekyll and Hyde, and before you know it, you're like, whoa, what's going on? It is crazy making, and I have personally experienced this with my narcissistic mother. So a narcissistic personality disorder causes problems in many areas of life, such as their relationships, work, school, financial affairs. People with narcissistic personality disorder may generally be very unhappy, miserable, bitter, disappointed people when they're not given special favors or admiration that they believe they deserve. They may find their relationships unfulfilling and others may not enjoy being around them. No, we don't enjoy being around them. It's actually hell. It is crazy. It's uncomfortable, and sometimes we actually have a physical response within our body. It's rooted to our trauma. The body does keep the score. We may find ourselves suddenly having migraines, sickness, illness, nausea, and on and on and on it goes, chronic pain, etc., etc. When we are in the presence of a malignant narcissist, they make us physically nauseous and ill. Next. So, if you are questioning today if you are the narcissist, when in reality you're really the scapegoat, let's really get down to the nitty-gritty. So here are the signs of common symptoms of narcissistic personality disorder, and I hope this can bring you peace of mind that you, my friend, are not the narcissist. It's not you, it's them. So let's begin. Here are some of the common traits of a narcissist. They have a ginormous ego. They crave to be the center of attention. They have an exaggerated sense of self-importance. They have a sense of entitlement. They think everybody owes them everything. Everybody needs to just bow down. Boom, they click their finger and they want you to bow down as if you are their slave. Next, they believe that they are superior to everyone. They do believe you are beneath them, and they will treat you like you are inferior and stupid and crazy. Next, they will tear others down in order to puff themselves up. They expect to be highly praised and recognized without even having without even having accomplishments and achievements that weren't it. So regardless that they didn't succeed, regardless that they didn't do anything special, regardless that they're just a cruel person, they want you to highly praise them. They want to be the center of attention. They want all eyes upon them as if they are a queen or king. Next, they take advantage of others to get exactly what they want. They're typically control freaks and they are on a power trip. Next, they have traits of a pathological liar. You cannot trust them. Oh, can't trust them. Never, never, never. We keep catching them in lies, and it gets to a point where like, wait, none of this is even true. Wow, I can't believe they actually believe their own lies. Next is that they have an inability to recognize the needs and the feelings of others. So that's when they invalidate you and then they project their BS onto you. Next is they have sinister motives. So the one thing that really stands out is that their intention is to hurt you and harm you. Now, this is psychological abuse. Once again, it's very, very clear they have evil motives and they do want to hurt you badly and seek revenge, especially if you want no contact and set healthy boundaries. Good grief. When will it ever end between them? You know, it's like we move on, we live our lives, we've carried on, we're having wonderful lives and living out our purpose, and they're still so ticked off at us and furious and trying to find ways to get back at us. It's like they're little 2-year-olds having a hissy fit. Next is they're very envious of others. They do not live in their conscious reality, which this goes back to self-reflection. They don't self-reflect. Why? Why don't they look in the mirror? Because they deep down don't want to admit the truth about who they are, and they would rather pretend that they are this great superior person instead of understanding how bitter, miserable, hateful, spiteful, and demonic they truly are. Next is they inflict harm on others without any remorse, shame, or guilt. They really don't care about you, people. You need to get to a place where you understand they don't care about you. So please stop caring about them. Release, bless and release. Next, they're arrogant, haughty, and boastful people. They are domineering and they have an aggressive personality. They definitely abuse their power in any manner possible, especially with finances and with triangulating relationships all around them. They expect the scapegoat, you, to be compliant, cooperative, and submissive. And lastly, they have cruel words, actions, and behaviors. So we can understand now these are the common traits of a malignant narcissist. And so today, my friends, if you are struggling with the idea or even the thought that you could be the malignant narcissist, I hope that this brings you peace of mind. I hope this educates you. I hope that you can understand that you are not the narcissist. It is not you. It is them. And I really, really hope and pray that you can continue your healing journey by researching more about gaslighting and manipulation and narcissistic personality disorder. Look up Scapegoat. Look up everything that will help you understand what you have been through. Continue reading books, watching YouTube videos, reading blogs and articles, because education is power. Education is knowledge, and it gives us wisdom to sit back in the driver's seat and to live the beautiful life that we were created to have. And so share with me, have you ever questioned if you are the narcissist? If so, why did you feel that way? Now, after listening to this video, do you now feel confirmed, this confirmation, that you are not the narcissist? So I'm really curious. I'm really interested in hearing what you have to say. Let's keep the conversations down below. Like this video, subscribe to my channel, and you can visit me at danarcuri.com. And stay tuned for my book launch. I'm so excited, giving 2 thumbs up. Oh, so excited for this. Incredible things are on the horizon, people. Lots of good things are on the horizon. So may you have a blessed day. Have a wonderful, peaceful day. Bye-bye.